Alrighty, I've had lunch, I'm feeling good. The first game went to Ryan. This is game 2 of Smarticus versus Ryan. We're on Submarine. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, Submarine, actual. This is Ryan in the bottom right. This is Smarticus in the top left. Yes, Submarine. Haven't really played it much, to be honest, Submarine. Or have I? Oh no, wait, I have. Yeah, Submarine. So easy to expand, harder to hold your third on Submarine. If we look at this sort of third location, if you expo down here, it's actually where do you put your stuff in order to be able to defend this path and stuff coming up here. It's a little tricky, and if you expo down here, this feels quite far away, and there's attack paths here and here, not to mention this central bit. So yeah, as maps go, this one is, I don't know, it's just a little, the third is open for abuse, as is the fourth. So it's very much a map that is going to favour players that get out onto the map with their army and are kind of out and about, moving around, looking for trouble. It's going to favour players that have stuff spread around the map to be able to look for incoming drops or incoming things, you know, stuff, attacks, that sort of jazz. Anyway, Ryan is, you know, arguably cunningly going to scout. Or is he? Is he going to proxy something? He's slapped a pylon down in what may be the third location, and it looks like he's just going to go back home. What is that? Now, in the last game, he did have a pylon on the other side of the map, and he used it to good effect to warp in some stuff. Maybe that's what this is, kind of advanced planning for that. But to be honest, you know, if you're warping in stuff on the other side of the map, I'd rather a warp prism. It's better. It's mobile. It doesn't get shot down. It could be here. I don't know. No need to plant a pylon here, certainly at this really early stage when minerals should be tight. Ryan has got an expo building. And just, you know, 100 small advantages, just is ahead essentially by every measure. The expo is building, there are units building. Smarticus is sort of researching +1, but as yet doesn't have any units that upgrade will apply to. Hasn't got a side core, has too many pylons. You know, it's going to queue up 300 minerals worth of zealot instead of building a cybernetics core. It doesn't look encouraging, Smarticus. It doesn't. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't. So, Smarticus, you need to get on it. You need to, you know, once this gateway finished. No, not 500 minerals worth of zealot. No. One in a queue. I'll allow you to have one queued up, but you know, the other 400 minerals, spend that on stuff. But spend a side core. Build another gateway. Build stuff. Build a cannon. Build whatever you like. Just build. Don't queue stuff up. It's miserable. The side core then is almost finished researching warp gate for Ryan, and that means that his gateways are going to turn into warp gates. And with the warp gate, you can just kind of beam in Protoss units anywhere on the map where there is a power field, and power fields are produced by pylons like this one, and also by warp prisms. So once warp gate finishes up, Ryan can now warp stuff in at this sort of proxied pylon. So Smarticus now mining from his expo. We've got another gateway building, another pylon. I'd prefer to see some pylons down here, maybe with shield batteries or cannons or whatever. It's going to be a single zealot warp in. Not sure what that's going to achieve. There's only 2 gateways here for Ryan, but they have been somewhat busy, and he's got this little cluster of units. You can see that charge is, you know, about, I don't know, it's that much done, isn't it? That much, that's how much. Charge is going to be done soon. And that just doubles the value of these zealots. The robo is finished, so this looks kind of familiar to the build he used in the last game. He's going to go observer first, to get that across the map and have a look around. Handful of zealots then warped in on the other side of the map. And look, Smarticus, you've now got 2 gateways with a robo in production as well. So really he can start upping the output. But, you know, again, these queues, like take away this queue and you've actually got almost 1,000 minerals in the bank. So your minerals look deceptively low. You're not spending your minerals by queuing stuff up. These workers need sorted out. They need to be mining. So 3 zealots are going to come in. We'll see how quickly Smarticus reacts to this. 1 probe going down already. 2, 3, 4. A bit of a slow. Well, I don't know. It was a quick enough reaction to pull his own army down to defend, but didn't pull any of the workers away. So has lost those. Now these 2 stalkers are coming in to just look around. Apparently. They don't want to get caught by slow zealots. You need to move the workers kind of out of the way there to let the zealots at them. A little unfortunate, that was, all things told. So a few workers killed, only 4, only the original 4 in the end. So those last 2 stalkers walking in didn't really do anything extra whatsoever. Let's have a look at the upgrades. Both sides have got +1. Interestingly, +1 air upgrades is done for Smarticus. Like presumably he is aware that he doesn't have any air units, so that is an unusual choice, the +1 air upgrades when you don't have any air units. More zealots coming in here. I don't know why you're running Smarticus. Just kill them. You know, you've got like way more stuff here. You've got 5 of your own zealots backed up with 2 immortals and an adept and some stuff. You don't have to run from those zealots. Anyway, Ryan is building an immortal. And that's good, I suppose. He's got 2 forges, only 1 of them in operation at present. The 3rd base just finishing up, so his economy is going to ramp up pretty quickly. I'd like to see more gas being consumed. Smarticus, meanwhile, is still, these workers are still just piling up by the side of the Nexus. He needs to get those rallied onto the minerals, and ideally needs the men to also be producing workers and just rallying them down here. Ryan again has this observer sort of just mooching about, having a little peek. Smarticus again has no clue even where his opponent's base is. Who knows? Given that this is the EMS league, Ryan might have started the game by just like expanding somewhere totally random on the map. He hasn't, but had he, Smarticus would still be unaware of that. So, army-wise, let's talk armies. It is actually Smarticus with the bigger army at present. If we have a look at the upgrades, both sides have got 1-1. Charge is done for Ryan though, and that just makes a really big difference to how effective zealots are. And this is a zealot heavy army that Ryan has got here. So what is that, 13? Is it 13? I think it looks like 13. He's got 13 zealots, which is a lot. So in a straight up engage, charge would make quite a big difference, but these 3 immortals would make a bigger difference. Only 2 immortals on the other side, but I think a 3rd about to pop out. So all things considered, despite the larger army for Smarticus, it is possible that Ryan would actually take the fight in a straight up engage. These zealots in queues are just doing my head in, man. Again, there is just so much queued up here. It's thousands of minerals queued up instead of being turned into stuff. +3 is being researched now for Ryan, and +2 armor. So those upgrade advantages will can make quite a profound difference. There's no pylons in production for Smarticus, and that's a bit concerning because he's very, very supply blocked right now, and nothing is being built. Nothing. So that's a bit of a worry. Finally, some pylons come down. So Smarticus, these idle workers are a bit freaky. Here comes the big Jukaroo. We'll see what happens here. The charge lots come in on their own and are going to get an absolute beating. Everything else is going to turn up to the party late, but with the +2 armor upgrade done, and the charge upgrade missing for Smarticus, it does look like Ryan's army is going to be able to just take this fight, not necessarily efficiently, but nevertheless convincingly. So there you go. Not the single most exciting game of StarCraft ever, with both players just kind of basically building a big army and A-clicking, or not in Smarticus' case, just building an army and staying home. Yeah, so you know, there is a reason I show you guys loads of cheese builds. at least stuff happens. So there we have it. On this occasion, really it was an upgrade win. 2-2 ultimately done for Ryan. This +1 air upgrade didn't really 1-1 air upgrades didn't really make much of an impact. And +1 shields, okay, arguably +1 shields is a help, but the +2 armor was, it was enough. So yeah, the 2-2 upgrades won, and of course, charge just makes those zealots so effective. That's it, isn't it? That's it. Smarticus clinging in there, not leaving the game just yet. Maybe hoping that the 2 workers that he's got are somehow going to build him out of this. So, as the game ends, Smarticus with 2,200 minerals in the bank and 1,270 gas is quite a lot. And therein is the problem. Now, admittedly, at this stage, Ryan has also sort of breached that kind of amount of mineral count and gas, but I'll let him off with it because he won. Yeah. GG.